All right, let's jump right in. You know, pretty much every team out there is talking about AI these days, but there's a world of difference between just kind of using it and being genuinely competent with it, right? So today, we're going to look at a system that's designed to close that gap. And really, that leads to the biggest question for any leader right now. I mean, think about it. Is your team just using AI or are they truly fluent? It's one thing for them to punch in a few basic prompts, sure, but it's a whole different ballgame for them to be able to strategically use AI in their actual day-to-day jobs. Are you seeing real, tangible skill growth or just dabbling? And this right here, this is what we call the AI readiness gap. And it's a huge issue. Most companies know they need to upskill their teams in AI. They absolutely get it. But the struggle is real when it comes to finding training that, well, that actually works. Training that does more than just scratch the surface. So what happens? Well, you end up with this classic scenario of wasted money and time. You might spend a bunch on some generic online course, but it's so broad it doesn't really apply to anyone's job. Or you bring in an expert for a big, expensive one-day workshop, and it's great for about a week. Then, poof, it's like it never happened. Everyone's right back where they started. And all of this, it leads to what I can only describe as chaos. Yeah, just letting your team figure it out on their own sounds easy and free, right? But that unstructured approach, oh man, it's packed with hidden dangers. Dangers that can end up costing you a whole lot more down the line. So you're basically left with two paths. And honestly, neither of them are good. On one hand, you've got those generic workshops. The info goes in one ear and out the other because it's not relevant. And on the other hand, the do-it-yourself free-for-all. What does that get you? Inconsistent skills all over the place, huge compliance and security risks, and you're probably wasting money on software licenses that nobody's even using properly. Bottom line, neither road gets you to where you need to be. Okay, so if chaos is the problem, then a system has to be the answer. Let's shift gears and look at a totally different way of thinking about this. Let's talk about the AI Fluency Academy, which is built from the ground up to provide that exact structure that's been missing. So what is it exactly? Well, at its heart, it's a learning platform that does something really smart. It mixes a structured curriculum with gamification, making it fun. The whole point isn't just to teach people about AI theory. No, the goal is to build actual, genuine fluency. We're talking about real, job-ready skills that your team can literally start using tomorrow. So, how does it actually work? Well, the whole system is built on this foundation of 4 core pillars. And these aren't just separate features. They're designed to work together to create this complete, ongoing learning environment. All right, so here are the 4 pillars in a nutshell. First, you've got structured learning tracks. We're talking content tailored to specific jobs. Second, daily AI challenges, which keep those skills razor sharp. Third, a massive library of over 200 AI agent templates to get work done. And fourth, a prompt engineering sandbox to play around and experiment in. So let's dive a little deeper into each one. Okay. Pillar number 1, the structured learning tracks. And let me be clear, this is not your typical one-size-fits-all video dump. The system is smart. It actually assigns learning paths automatically based on someone's job title or department. So a strategist is going to get totally different content than a creative director. It means there's zero guesswork for the employee. From day one, they log in and have a curriculum that's actually relevant to them. Real competence isn't something you get from a one-day workshop. It's something you build over time, bit by bit, every single day. And for that learning to actually stick, it has to be continuous. It can't just be a course you take once and then forget about. And that's exactly where the second pillar, the daily AI challenges, comes into play. This is where the gamification and daily practice really kick in. Every single day, users get a new, fun challenge. It might be a timed quiz, a little scenario-based problem, or even a prompt battle against a colleague. What this does is it builds that crucial muscle memory. And let's be honest, it creates a little healthy competition, right? With experience points, streaks, badges, and even team leaderboards. It actually makes people want to log in and learn. But look, learning all the theory is great, but it's only half the story. The real question is, how do you get your team to take what they've learned and actually apply it to their real, everyday work? Well, that's what Pillar 3 is all about, putting it into practice. This is where the rubber really meets the road. The platform comes loaded with more than 200 pre-built AI agents for all kinds of specific tasks. Everything from copywriting and brand analysis to financial modeling. So your team isn't just learning about AI, They're using these super specific AI tools right inside their workflow. And get this, they can even build their own custom agents with a simple drag and drop builder. And that brings us to the fourth and final pillar, the prompt engineering sandbox. I love this part. Think of it like a digital gym for your AI skills. It's a completely safe, powerful playground where your team can experiment with different models, test out really complex prompts, and just get their reps in. They can turn theory into muscle memory without any pressure of messing up a real project.
Okay, so that's the system in a nutshell. It sounds pretty comprehensive, right? But how does it work in practice? Like, if you're a manager, how do you actually get your team onboarded and started?
Well, the good news is the whole onboarding process is designed to be super simple. You basically just set up your organization, create your departments, and then invite your people. That's it. The platform does the heavy lifting. It auto-assigns the right learning tracks based on roles, and you can start tracking everyone's progress on the dashboard right away. And for managers, this is where it gets really good. You get a real-time dashboard that gives you a bird's-eye view of everything. You can see completion rates, engagement scores, you can instantly spot your top performers, but also, and this is crucial, you can see who might be struggling and needs a little extra help. Everything is measurable, everything is transparent, no more flying blind. So you might be wondering, who is this really for? Well, it's pretty clear it's been built for some very specific teams. We're talking about marketing and ad agencies, corporate L&D departments, basically any creative, strategy, or operations team that needs to get smart on AI fast. And what's really interesting is the specific focus on the South African context. It includes local case studies and even awareness around things like Papia, which is a huge plus. And I think this quote just nails it. Stop hoping your team will figure out AI. Give them the system that makes it inevitable. That's really the heart of it, isn't it? It's about moving away from hope as your main strategy. It's about putting a system in place that makes getting good at AI just an inevitable part of the job. So that leaves us with one final question to think about. When it comes to what is, without a doubt, the biggest technological shift of our lifetime, is your team's future being left to chance? Or is it being shaped by design?